are in Blackpool. Hi guys, my turn. So we are in sunny Blackpool for now. It's literally just a stopover. So we're cramming in Blackpool and Manchester. So I'll just do a quick tour because it's not a very big room. It's very, very budget. It's what it is. We're spending money on other things. Have a look. So firstly, our incredible view. And then standard double bed. It is very, very budget. You don't book a travel lodge for cheap thrills. Scott has just gone to ask if there is a room with a bath, just so I can chill out for a bit, see what he says. But yeah, it is literally just a tie-us for the night. It's cheap, it's 35 quid, so what can you expect? So yeah, see what our trip brings. All right, room change. Good Little Egg has got us a slightly bigger room. I mean, still Travelodge, still amazing view. So this time we've got a bath, which is obviously going to be massive and luxurious.
For reference, I'm 5'10". So
I'll fit it fine.
no, it's 5'2".
3.
5'2.5".
3.
So for scale, so you might be able to have a bath of some sort. You're not going to be able to wash your feet, but yeah,
It is what it is. It's
there's also a cook bed. That's the first cook bed I've seen.
Here's the naughty bed. But yeah, let's go exploring. We've just won Stephen the seagull, and that's his cousin, massive Stephen.
We keep seeing the minor celebrities, Sutty and Sweep. I don't really understand their connection with Blackpool at all, but they are here. Again, if you're an American or Canadian viewer, I think they were popular puppets in like the early 2000s. Think of like the Muppets, but worse. That's what Sutty and Sweep were. I mean, we come here knowing that this is not going to be like the best at all, because it's very, very reminiscent of sort of like crappy seaside towns in the UK, bar from a few exceptions. Maybe Whitby or Whitstable, maybe even Brighton might not be this sort of caliber, but honestly this place is nothing short of bleak, but it's still not as bad as Skegness, which I think we even talked about one of our Vegas videos anyway. We did mention that, but truthfully there is absolutely no way we're coming back here. But one and done, had the chippies. There is not really a great deal to see either. I mean, we've done the tower. We didn't go up it, we just saw it. We've done the piers, arcades, chippy. But in terms of like places to see, we won Steve, hence Steve. But in terms of like things to see and do in Blackpool, I really don't think there's a great deal, in my honest opinion. Got a crepe. We're looking out. The sun's gone down and the sky looks quite nice. I don't think we're going to be recording too much of Blackpool. I think once we get to Manchester we might do a little bit more. But yeah, we will catch you in a bit. Yeah, fuck that.
Bab's got his donuts.
I won the donuts, right?
Yeah, you did. Won them off your little bandit machine.
Well, Blackpool pretty much done. We've just eaten at the Spoons, Weatherspoons for our American friends, which is just a normal pub place. Branch over the UK and Ireland and that, and Scotland, and Wales. So Blackpool done. We're going to be going to the zoo, and then it'll be on to Manchester. Like we were saying yesterday, there isn't really a great deal to see, but they were considering it to be the Vegas of the UK. They were going to be doing like casinos and all sorts here, but they never ended up doing it. Not like Vegas anyway. But yeah, Blackpool done. So we will speak to you when we're at the zoo.
So we actually really enjoyed Blackpool Zoo. There was lots to see. It was a very warm day for us. There was plenty of people around. Absolutely loads of animals to see, from everything from elephants to giraffes to monkeys, orangutans, penguins, Like, actually took us quite a while to get around it, so it was a nice little gap filler for the day. The price that we paid for our tickets was $21.99 online, so we prepaid for them, and then we just pretty much just rocked up whenever we want. Parking was a slight bit of a problem. There was a lot of parking, but not a lot of spaces, so we had to drive for quite a while to find a space. But overall, yeah, we had a fantastic time. We didn't eat at the zoo because overall in the UK the zoos can be quite expensive. I think that's worldwide, they can be quite expensive. So we just use it as a little gap filler for our morning before we head off to Manchester.
We're thinking that the pelicans are conspiring against the flamingos to take their territory. I don't know what you guys think, but I think I might be onto something. I might have discovered their plans. Made it to Manchester. Done and done. So we just need to get to the hotel, drop our bags, and we'll be out and about. But we have made it.
Okay, we've made it into our hotel room. Very fancy. At the Edwardian Blue. There must have been so many people at the reception, like so many staff, to greet us in. Because we're Radisson members as well. The quick service, very polite, very friendly. Big change from Blackpool. So yeah, this is our room. Scott's obviously buzzing.
The bath is an actual bath, not a sink.
Yes, big bath. And we've got a nice little welcome treat for us. Celebrating our 6th anniversary and a little card. A little bit of a late celebration, but worth it. Always worth mentioning an anniversary. Right. Got a massive bowl sink there. Got a little wardrobe. Fancy bath mat. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is better. Much bigger bathroom. Much bigger bath. Oh, and then it closes off into a shower as well. You can just close this bit. What do you think, Bab?
Pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. Mm-hmm. I think it's nicer than the Edwardian at Heathrow.
Yeah.
The room, anyway. It's sort of... I know they're not related, but this sort of reminds me of the Sheraton in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
They're not
just
like
as
sort
like...
of the same company, but it sort of reminds me a lot of it. Like the aesthetic, the dividers.
Yeah. Like you separate the bathroom, like you don't close any of it off, you just separate it.
The bed looks massive, which is nice.
Yeah, it's definitely not a standard double.
I like the colour scheme. And the downstairs is really fancy, but we'll show that when we go back.
Yeah. Well, we went to Yedwarden in Edinburgh a couple of times for each of our...
It's not. The one in
Radisson
Edinburgh is it's a Marriott, it's a Sheraton.
Oh. Well, we've been there a couple of times and we mentioned because it was our birthdays. And we got a little... I organised on Scott's 30th some balloons and a banner to be put in the room. And then on my birthday, we got a little chocolatey thing as well. So this will be nice to share before we even go anywhere. Don't even know what it is, but it looks really nice. But also as well, just give a quick mention as well to Cole on the desk. Absolutely really nice bloke. Couldn't do enough for us. Upgraded our room as well. So, but yeah. Said we got a nice city view, which we have.
Yeah,
really nice city view.
You didn't tell Porkies.
So yeah, we're going to go out exploring while the sun's still up for a bit. See what we can find.
The only thing we haven't asked about at the minute is the spa here.
Yeah, we need to check that out because we will be doing that later, making the most of it. But also, we did ask about their breakfast in the morning because we had a Wetherspoons breakfast. Oh, we got pods. Here's my pods. Yeah, we had a Wetherspoons breakfast this morning and it wasn't great, which you'd have probably seen because it's very much a sample size. Oh, our own fridge. Very nice. Put our drink in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the breakfast here tomorrow morning might be here that we have it because they do pancakes and that's what we wanted. We wanted something nice, not heavy, not greasy.
Yeah.
But we shall see. Oh yeah, there is Nespresso pods.
Yeah, I'll be partaking.
Ooh.
Because
yeah.
I'm not a huge coffee drinker at all, but I'm trying to get...
Trying to see if there's one you'll like.
Yeah, trying. So we'll see.
But yeah, we'll catch you outside.
It's funny, you know, I went to Manchester maybe 5 or 6 years before we went here with my mate, and he was getting a tattoo, so we were sort of retracing our steps as we were walking around. Things looked familiar and then things didn't, but I suppose that's the part and parcel of exploring, which I don't think is too bad. So we spent a large portion of the afternoon trying to find somewhere to eat, so we were passing like historic buildings and hotels and libraries and whatever else, and we ended up finding Albert Schloss, which is so weird because it's opposite our hotel. A German beer house with standard food that you would find in most pubs and eateries, but the beers were pretty decent, non-alcoholic for me, and I think Nat had a soft drink of some sort. Reasonably priced and really convenient for us, really was good. So on to the next part.
So this spa was the reason why Scott chose this specific hotel in Manchester. It is phenomenal. The pool itself is dimly lit, so it is very peaceful and you can literally unwind and just float. There's a nice jacuzzi attached to it, which we thoroughly enjoyed. A steam room, sauna and experienced showers. The experienced showers were a lot of fun, so they are literally as they say. So it puts you in a specific experience, from anything from rainforest to heavy rainfall to a waterfall. So Scott definitely tried these out and we had so much fun. Thoroughly enjoyed this spa and we come away feeling so relaxed. It was definitely well worth it and such a nice end to our trip. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. Although it was a complete vlog with us talking throughout and reviewing everything, it was more of a private, semi-private getaway because it was our late anniversary. So we hope you still enjoyed it and got to see Blackpool and Manchester from where you're sitting vicariously.
So on to the next series, and who knows where we'll be going. I'll let you try and figure that out.
See you next time.